this is kind of funny. This movie is called a cult classic to a lot of people, but I actually know more people in my life that have not seen this movie, and I was one of them. Top Gun stars Tom Cruise, Kelly McGillis, and Val Kilmer, and is about one daring young pilot learns a few things from a civilian instructor that are not taught in the classroom. Now, the movie was directed by Tony Scott, obviously rest in peace, but this was his second film he ever directed, and for a second movie, I can't even imagine what he had to go through just setting up cameras, how his actors wanted to be in certain dialogue scenes, because going into the script, you can just tell the dogfight scenes are the movie. Like, that is Top Gun. Yes, we have Tom Cruise as Maverick, and if you ask me, he is a really cool character. He's very outgoing. He's a badass. He lives on the edge. He's the need for speed, high-fiving people, and all that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed Tom Cruise in this role, and a lot of people say this is the role that made him Tom Cruise, this and Risky Business the year beforehand, but you can tell this is the movie that made Tom Cruise Tom Cruise. And you have Val Kilmer, who at the time period, I'm pretty sure he was a megastar. If not, he was right there about to be, because Val Kilmer was a megastar at the time period back in like early 90s. So with this movie, I just felt like back in the 80s, this movie was kick-ass. And watching it on 4K, those dogfight scenes, pretty freaking awesome. The surround sound, the Danger Zone song kicking on every like 20 minutes, if you ask me. I swear this song came on at least twice in this movie. And the opening, hearing it, it was really awesome. Like, I felt in the danger zone. I don't know, it sounds weird, but like, I felt the coolness, and it was really cool to watch the dogfight scenes. Every time it's actually in the air, the quick editing, not too much shaky cam, if you ask me. I was really into this movie. But then you get down to the romance, and I could really care less. I could not care about Maverick dating this woman, and like, we get like a 40-second like shot of them like swapping spit with their tongues. And I was like, I understand this is a sex scene, supposed to be really sexy, but I'm sorry, I don't want to look at that. Go back to the up in the air stuff. Overall though, the soundtrack of this movie really kicks ass, and Tom Cruise kicks ass in this movie. Yes, there's a scene of beach ball, volleyball, oily muscles, and what's in the purpose? There really is no purpose. I've heard about this scene, and my god, it was glorious, but there's no point of this scene whatsoever. And like I said, all the romance stuff, all the interactions, that stuff, I could care less, but people, you need, it was the 80s, they want romance, we need juicy stuff in this movie. Now, the stuff that actually dealt with Maverick and his gang, like, that was cool. Like, all these people going for that Top Gun spot in their class, I felt the competition. Val Kilmer as Ice was the more honcho bully character, but Tom Cruise is living on the edge with his great partner Goose. I mean, it was a really good dynamic, and the dogfights, that stuff was cool. Romance stuff, get it out of here, because I thought this movie was a great 80s kick-ass movie that's very dated, if you ask me. Some of the dialogue is dated, but you know, I had fun. I'm gonna give Top Gun a B-. I had a good time with this movie. I'm not really disappointed because I didn't know what to expect with this movie. I heard so many people love this movie growing up, so maybe if I grew up watching this movie, I would probably love it more, but just watching it tonight, I had fun. It's definitely an 80s movie, little outdated, but again, Tom Cruise is really cool as Maverick, and I'm excited to see him in this new movie because the technology we have now, and I'm 99% sure Tom Cruise flies every jet in the new movie, I'm pretty sure we can really upgrade on this movie, and I'm kind of shocked they didn't make sequels back in the day. That this movie was really popular. I feel like this should have been a trilogy already, but we're just now getting a sequel, and I'll be seeing it tomorrow night in IMAX, so I'm pretty excited for that. And you guys enjoy this movie review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.